Good morning. This lesson is going to be on comparing, ordering, and rounding decimals. And I'm going to do this video a little bit different. We are just going to work through some of the IXL problems that you will need to do this week, so you'll know how to do them. So I have the first one already pulled up. It says, Kirk went fishing and caught 2 fish, a muskie and a walleye. The muskie weighed 8 7/10 kilograms. The walleye weighed 8 3/10 kilograms. Which fish weighed more? Okay, so to work this problem, since it wants to know which one weighed more, we have to compare, right? So we're going to pull out our 2 weights. So the muskie weighed 8 7/10 kilograms. So we're going to write down 8 7/10. All right, and that was the muskie. Then we need to add the rest. The walleye weighed 8 3/10 kilograms. So we write 8 3/10, and that's the walleye. So which one weighed more? That means we need to compare 8 7/10 to 8 3/10. Remember, we start with the place value furthest to the left to start comparing. So the biggest place value we have is in the ones. The muskie has an 8 in its weight in the ones place value. The walleye has an 8 in the ones place value. Those are equal, so we can't determine which one is more by those 2 numbers. So we have to move to the next place value, move into the right. So when we move to the right, our next place value is the 10th. The muskie has a 7 in the 10th place value. The walleye has a 3 in the 10th place value. Which one is more, 7 or 3? The 7. So 8 7/10 is greater than 8 3/10. So when it asks which one weighs more, the one that weighs more is the muskie. So we're going to select muskie and hit submit. All right, now we're going to jump. If I can get this to move for me. We're going to jump ahead to another problem. All right. So this one says, Albert took his cats to the vet for a checkup. The vet weighed each cat. Muffy weighed 9 2/10 pounds. Fluffy weighed 9 4/10 pounds. Which cat weighed more? So we're going to do basically like we did the last time. We're going to do it the same way. So Muffy weighed 9 2/10. So we're going to write down 9 2/10. And this was Muffy. Excuse me. Fluffy weighed 9 4/10. So this is Fluffy. And we're going to compare them. We start at the left, working through our place values. So the first place value we have is in the ones, and they're both 9s. Muffy has a 9 in the ones place value, and Fluffy has a 9 in the ones place value. So we're going to move to the one to the right, which is the 10ths. In the 10ths, Muffy has a 2 and Fluffy has a 4. Which one is greater, 2 or 4? The 4 is greater. So when it asks which cat weighs more, Fluffy weighs more. So we're going to select Fluffy and submit. All right, let's skip ahead another level. All right. Let's actually work this one. Here we go. All right. Brittany lives on a dairy farm. Last night, one of the sheep had triplets, or 3 babies at one time. This table shows the weight of each baby lamb. So Cotton Ball weighed 6 3/37 of a pound. Woolly weighed 6 3/33 of a pound. And Tiny weighed 6 3/34 of a pound. Which baby lamb weighed the most? Okay, so we're going to have to compare all three of these to determine which one weighed the most. So let's go ahead and write their weights down. So Cotton Ball was 6 3/37, so this was Cotton Ball. All right, and then Woolly was 6 3/33, this was Woolly. There's 2 L's in Woolly. All right, and Tiny was 6 3/34. So again, we're going to start at the left-hand side and compare them. So in the ones place value, they all have a 6. So they're all equal in the ones place value. So we move to the tenths. In the tenths, they all have a 3. So they're all equal in the tenths. So then we move to the hundreds. In the hundreds place value, we have a 7 on Cotton Ball, a 3 on Woolly, and a 4. Oops, sorry about that. I hit something, didn't I? And a 4 on Tiny. So we just need to compare those numbers. Which one is the greatest? 7, 3, or 4? The 7 is the greatest, so that means that Cotton Ball weighs the most. So our answer over here would be Cotton Ball, and we hit submit. Alright, let's do one last one in this video. Alright, this is the last one we're going to do together here on the video. So this one says, Mr. Gonzalez has 3 watches. He needs to replace the straps on each watch, but they all need different sizes. He made a table to show the size of straps he needs. To show what size straps he needs. Okay, so let me erase my screen over here. So we can start this one. Alright. Excuse me. Alright. So we need to know what size straps. So we look at the table and it says the dress watch has a strap that is 2 5/10 centimeters. The casual watch has a strap that's 2 8/10 centimeters. And the smart watch has a strap that is 2 7/10 centimeters. And then it gives us some statements and we got to decide which is true. So the first statement says the smartwatch has the narrowest strap. The next one says the dress watch has a wider strap than the smartwatch. And then the last one says the casual watch has the widest strap. Okay, so we need to put these in order so we know which one's the narrowest and which one's the widest. So let's write down our numbers first. So the dress watch has a strap that is 2 5/10. And the casual watch has a strap that is 2 8/10. And the smartwatch has one that is 2 7/10. Yet again, we're going to start at the left-hand side, which is the ones place value in these numbers. They're all 2s. Since they're all 2s, they're all equal, so we can't use the ones to decide which one is the narrowest and which one's the widest. So we move on to the place to the right of that place value, which would be our tenths. So in our tenths, we have a 5, an 8, and a 7. I'm sorry, a 5, an 8, and a 7. So which one is the greatest? Which one is the biggest number? So this one is going to be the greatest. So our casual watch is going to be the biggest. And then, so 8's the largest. Then is 7 or 5 next largest. It's the 7. So this one would be our second one. And then that leaves our dress watch to be the narrowest. So let's put them in that order. So 2.8, 2.7, 2.5, and that is the casual, the smart, and then the dress. Alright, so let's read our statements again. The smartwatch has the narrow strap. That's not true, right? Because we have the smartwatch as being wider than the dress, but narrower than the casual. So the first one's not correct. The next one says the dress watch has a wider strap than the smartwatch. The dress watch has, well, if we look, the dress watch is narrower than the smartwatch, so that one's not true. The last one says the casual watch has the wider strap. That's what we got, right? We've got that the casual watch was the largest, so we're going to select the casual watch has the widest strap. We're going to hit submit. All right, I hope this helps you with your IXL. Have a good day.